union's brand. Instead of worrying how social media will affect your brand, look at it how your brand can use social media to best effect. Embrace and aim to develop a practical online culture. Allow your membership to shape your brand. Don't be afraid of change. Firstly, the strengths. Size and reach of audience, ease of communication, cost effect, reliable and honest feedback, ability to resolve and address an issue quickly, speed of reaction and information learning, and breaks down geographical boundaries. Weaknesses. Potential for some issues to be unnoticed, organisational resistance to change, potential volume of information not categorically quantified, could be short-lasting, have to be able to adapt to new social media. Opportunities. Organisational culture.
No. And we'll pause. Okay, in case you didn't gather.
To have surgeries to educate staff.
We're doing a SWOT analysis. So strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. So we're trying to work out how social media can provide either strengths, weaknesses, opportunities or threats to the brand of your student union, in case you didn't gather as we go on. I think it's loaded up a bit more now.
Freedom to respond, react to feedback. Foster sense of belonging through change. Makes union more local and personal. Opportunity for new dialogues. Tune in students, become more member-led. Threats. Dilution of overall message. Conflicts of interest with bar and welfare, for example. Uncontrolled, unfair criticism. Tyranny of media-savvy minority. What happens online stays online permanently. Action points. Number 1. Education.
So we'll stop it there. Basically, if we were to put it in a nutshell, what we found was that social media can be both a positive and negative to your brand. Like most brands are associated with being quite squeaky clean and like non-criticised or like emit things that aren't very easily able to be criticised. But we thought that like social media kind of opens up the two-way dialogue between you and the students that you're supposed to be representing. And with it being a democratic organisation, it opens up all kinds of channels. But we basically came up with 3 action points at the end of it. So would you like to explain action points?
Yeah, definitely. So when it comes to implementing social media strategies to benefit your brand, it's important to look at the 3 main sort of areas we identified. And education is the big thing. Get these surgeries in place. I mean, it just has to be a simple video like this explaining to your staff what social media is and how to go about using it in your day-to-day business. Similarly, it's important for them to understand and realise the potential that social media has for expanding your brand, and similarly to put the safeguards in place to make sure your comms and strategy and guidelines are solid, so you don't get cock-ups or anything. Embracing it is the next big thing. If you don't go with it, if you don't follow through, it's never going to work. And a big advantage of this is it is engaging the students on their own level. It's all well and good saying we'll go with social media, but unless you're serious and unless you're actually committed to it, it's never going to work. And similarly with adapting to new media, again, have as many staff as possible using it to identify new gaps in markets, what does and doesn't work. And again, it's an organisational thing. If you've got an organisation that's happy and used to using media in this way, it's only going to benefit your brand. Obviously, students who recognise that and feel the union is taking notice of them.
There's an argument that you could, with the added criticism that comes with social media, you could damage your brand. But we discussed it for a long time, and those people who were in our group as well yesterday, we discussed it for a long time. But we kind of came to the conclusion that social media, if you if you embrace it, it will only benefit your brand, hopefully, and make you more of a transparent organisation. That's it.